Hello, my friends. StreamYard's doing all kinds of crazy stuff to me. It is good to see all of you out there in the chat. How are my people doing? Cindy's got an offer on the house. Cindy, I don't know if it was the option that I picked, but I heard things are going swimmingly. So we have our first super on the table, and I want to highlight my girl here. She's my Sharina, new to the community. You guys made her feel super, super welcome. I appreciate that. Update on Emmanuel's relationship and his truest feelings and thoughts for me, please. Sharina, I'm going to warn you right now. I don't want you to keep asking questions. Let this kind of sit for a little bit. We're going to answer it. But you're Sharina. You're too young to know that song. But I want you to let the questions on Emmanuel sit. The reason for this is because when we are doing psychic readings, we are not reading things that are firm and flexible and never going to change. We're reading things that can change based on people's behaviors and the decisions that they're making. Their free will plays into this a great deal. So what we're going to do is we're going to see what he's thinking about you today. Because I think we did say he was a little bit fickle. So let's see how he's feeling today. And for some reason, my chat is not moving on my app over here. So before we get started, we do have our first super chat. I love it. Making it rain today. But I do want to celebrate all of my amazing mods. I don't tell them when I go live, and they show up and they're happy to be here. So thank you to all my amazing mods. We got Mustard, we got Becky, we got Zephyr, we got Cindy Dogwood, another content creator on here. Guys, go over and give Cindy a little like and a subscribe. She's a good egg over there. Texas Kit Kat, you are here. Repeat offender. Love that Texas Kit Kat. Yeehaw. For the rest of you that are new today, what this is, it's paid reading room. This is my full-time job. I do this all day long, every single day. I am walking around doing psychic readings, but it is how I pay my bills. We have options for you guys, though. We've got super chats. Super chats do take priority because I see them a lot more easily. But you can also do a PayPal donation if that is what's your thing. Thank you, Zeph, for dropping that link. Morag Wardrop, it is good to see you. Sylvia's daughter, it's good to see you guys. I love it. You're all rolling in. So, Deepak, I think this is your first time here. If you do a donation by super, I will see it. If you do a PayPal, just let me know in the chat that you made a PayPal donation. I'll confirm it and put your question in all caps. I will not think that you're yelling at me. So, guys, we're going to be here for about an hour. I always say that. What kind of psychic am I? I always say it. But let's take a look at Sharina's question. Sorry, I said Serena. Let me get my comments back up here. So, Serena, back to what we're talking about. So we're going to look at what Emmanuel's thoughts about you are today, right now. Gregopedia, alive and commenting. If you didn't know, there's a rumor that Gregopedia was either kicked out of the family home or he had met some sticky end. Neither happened. He's still here. Eating sardines all day long. Ask me about his diet right now. Ask me about his diet. And Becky said, smash that like button. Do what she says. She's not a Glaswegian or an Edinburgh in. What do you call Edinburghans? She's not giving you a Glasgow kiss, but she wants you to smash that like button. She may hurt you. She is tiny but mighty, like my mother-in-law. So, all right, let's see. Sharina. My Sharina. Some people get songs on this Aberdeen. I don't think so. I don't know. But we shouldn't be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to dox it.
So don't dox Becky. Don't dox the Becky.
Wouldn't want to.
Wouldn't want to, because you might get
a verruca on my foot.
You might get a verruca in your foot. So, all right. So let's see what Emmanuel's doing today. And then, Tarina, I'm going to do a little extra for you because you've been super, super generous this whole week. I'm going to do a little extra for you today. So, Sharina, I'm going to do some past life stuff for you. How do you like that? Let's pull up that card view. If you haven't hit that smash button, listen to what Becky said. I always do. Smash that like button. There, we got some cards up on the screen, guys. So, what is he thinking today? He's got some regrets. But you know, Emmanuel does not take agency the way he doesn't necessarily believe in like magic and kismet and fate and all those things, but he doesn't look at his agency in the proper fashion. So there are some things like when bad things happen to him, he's like, oh, that's just my luck, man. But it's not. It really is that kind of manifesting thinking. Oh, Mr. Mustard, I didn't acknowledge Mustard is one of my amazing mods here. She is my Irish sister. We were born in the wrong countries. We should have been twins, getting into trouble. So, Mustard, thank you for being here, my baby doll. Love you, gal. So, so back to Emmanuel. Emmanuel does not really think that when bad things happen, that they are the result of some ethereal, weird thing out in the world, out in the universe. He thinks like, oh, well, it's just my luck. And it's not. He's got much, much more agency over what's going on in his world. Got to pause this for a second, just a second, because the great Rick Paul, psychic medium, is here. How are you, my friend? I know I keep talking about having to catch up with you. I went back to training dogs during the weekday. So many crazy things are happening. We got to get together on this. I gotta coordinate a meeting. But if somebody can drop Rick Paul's link as well, that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic for Rick Paul. He has the same psychic backstory as me. We both saw our grandfathers. So it's pretty funny. He was older. I was younger. But yeah, super guy. Penny Jonas, good to have you here. So I think Emmanuel often shirks the responsibility for the bad things that happen, but he will accept the responsibility when good things happen. So, that kind of thinking, you're just manifesting bad stuff. You're just going to manifest bad stuff down the road. So this is what I want to do for you, my friend Sharina, my Sharina. We are going to do a past life reading for you. One of the things that I love past lives. I believe in past lives. Not everybody does, but I'm very, very keen on past life stuff. So I'm going to pull out the Psychic Tarot. This is a little bit of a different deck. It's an oracle deck, technically speaking, but it does have some tarot cards in there, some relevant tarot cards. Zev, thank you so much for dropping that link. That is fantastic. We give Rick Paul a little bit of love. Everybody go over there, give him a sub, and then come on back. So when I do past life regressions with clients and individuals, it's something I take a great deal of joy in. They're so much fun. So I know Rick Paul, I've been off for a month. I stopped doing content for a month. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tell the story of you and Emmanuel in a past life and why you guys have collided and not been able to coordinate in this lifetime. So let's take a look. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what Madame Ruby sees. It's from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I always crack up when I say, let's see what I see, because I feel like Madame Ruby in the basement. Haley, I didn't even look at the royal wedding today, but I did see her dress. I have an opinion about that. I'm gonna make a mark on this because I have a little bit of an opinion on that dress. I think there's a little bit of hypocrisy going on in the royal family. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So, past life with you and Emmanuel. Obstacles and challenges. Now, Emmanuel is first and you are second. Victory and success. Let me make sure these cards are nice and organized here. So, the conflict between the two of you, and I'm going to pull out some tarot on this, and then I'm going to go straight into psychic stuff. So hang on. Here we go. Boom. Wheel of Fortune. In this lifetime, the two of you are not on the same lesson path. That's why, like, you're kind of, it's like staying in touch with somebody, but you're not on the same lesson path. You don't have the same lessons to learn, and you don't have complementary lessons to learn. What that means is that he is not going to be affecting things that you're supposed to accomplish in this lifetime, and he is not going to be affecting things that you need to accomplish in this lifetime. So in the past lifetime, obstacles and challenges, the first thing that I am getting from him is he certainly was the male in that relationship, and was a hardworking male, and was, you were a married couple, you are a committed union. I want to say committed union, farming, kind of agricultural area. We're not talking about the last lifetime like it was 1950, 1940, 1929. This is going back quite a bit. I'm getting feudal kind of era. And I also am getting that this is either England or Ireland. It feels like there's a lot of humidity, not a lot of heat. Melissa, you're not late. We just started. You're only 15 minutes. We just got here. Don't even worry about it. Hang out. Grab yourself a drink. We're going to be going nice and slow. We'll do what we do today. So out in this feudal environment, he would go off to work. And I do feel that there was oxen involved. Like there were like big beasts of burden. So I don't know. I don't want to say exactly oxen, but big beasts of burden, not horses. I'm going to say that they were not horses. So grab a buzzball. We were talking about those at the wedding last night. There was a speech about buzzballs. So in that lifetime, you were left very lonely. And it wasn't that he didn't love you. It was he was very distracted from home life. He was doing what men do, and you were doing what women do. And it was almost like the clock passed too fast. So I do think that the lifetime went very quickly, and it was like you were trying to play catch up at the end. In the end of it all, I do think that this is the past life that you had together. I think you were in a bed ill. It does feel like consumption or something. I do feel like you're coughing and you're very, very gray, which I think is consumption or tuberculosis or something like that. So you were kind of doing that, and he was there really trying to pull time back to him. In this lifetime, that's why he's ignoring the clock and why he's ignoring the connectivity between you guys. So that I think is where he is stuck with not committing to you and not embracing that sweetness of the relationship. So what we're looking at is, we're looking at like the over under on this. He was stuck with the obstacles and challenges, the conflict of time and attention. And to be sure, like he was distracted in a very good way. He was doing work, he was doing the things, he was providing for his family. However, he did not have that work-life balance. Everything was an obstacle in the way of being more and more present. He always thought there was more time. In this lifetime, he's probably got some residue about that. Like he always thinks there's more time. I don't know if he was always late to things. Like, we'll get there when we get there. Like, like if you didn't have like a real good sense of time. I mean, time is a man-made construct anyway, but I just don't think that he has a very good sense of time and like just kind of gets there when he gets there. So you have already in that lifetime and the lifetimes that are in between you've come to terms with being more independent from someone like that. So you're kind of primed for like real good partnership, whereas in this lifetime he's not really primed for real good partnership. There's a self interest that is not arrogant and narcissistic, but conditioned. It's just like a conditioned response. So this is something that if he learns in this lifetime, if he takes the time to really understand that in this lifetime, then the union becomes more beneficial to you and more fertile ground for you to get back in there. So for now, I want you to revel in the independence that you've learned. You really learned how to pass the afternoon by yourself, eat dinner by yourself, and then make a plate for your partner. in that former lifetime. Hang on. Oh, Cindy. Cindy, I'm going to do a recording for you, and I'll send it over to you on WhatsApp. So just give me a little while. I'll send it over to you. You'll get that done privately because you're my honey bunny. Go enjoy your kids. I hope you're having a great Saturday. Enjoy the thunderstorms that are coming in a little while. So you'll get that private. So we'll have some fun with it. So that being said, best practices for you and best practices for him right now. Best practice for him. He's just going to be conflicted for now. Best practices for you. Turn your own light on. Turn your own light on. Shine as bright as possible. Trina, I want you to know this. You, as the result of going through all of that development over the last few lifetimes, you're whole and complete. You have to know, and I'm telling you, you are whole and complete, and you are ready to shine on your own. Do it. Once you start to do that, stop shining your light on somebody else. Shine the light on you. Honk your own horn. The right people are going to start noticing you. You are already on display. Anytime you kind of slink back into this, you dim your light and the right people don't see you. So I want you to really shine that light, turn the light on. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. So, but we'll see if Emmanuel comes through it. Perhaps he will. You never know. You never know what people encounter, but I appreciate you. Whole community appreciates you. We love having you here. It's nice to have people on board that are local and fun. Oh, Sharina, you're going to have some thunderstorms too. So enjoy those. It's going to be a good time. I love a thunderstorm. You know why I love a thunderstorm? Because it's all of these interesting energies. It's ground energy. It's water energy. It's super, super cool. Every time I'm doing better, he comes back. All right. So, but that's the universe proofing you. That's the universe going, how much tension can we put in there? Is she gonna fall for the banana in her tailpipe again? Don't do it. Don't do it. That's from Beverly Hills Cop. It's a very funny line. I'm not falling for any banana in my tailpipe. They actually put bananas in the tailpipe of the car. So Eli 88 888 888. How you doing? Good to see you. Was glad to see you over with Love in the End Times, my collab with the Barnosphere. We are going to be doing that every Wednesday night at 9:00 East Coast time. We've got a lot of questions that came in, and we're going to keep going through those questions. We may discard some, we may save some. We even talked about possibly answering some of them privately, but send the questions in, your relationship questions. We're going to keep it anonymous. It's going to be super, super fun. So definitely go over and check out the Barnosphere and my collab. We're going to be doing it on both channels. So it's going to be a great time. Barty's a hoot. We have very, very different perspectives at times. So very, very fun. Thanks for hitting that reaction button. Guys, if you hit that reaction button, it does let YouTube know that you actively like my content. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the react button. Guys, you're doing it great. If you're on the vertical, double tap that screen. It's going to result in a like. Really appreciate it. Let's get to our next question. I do think that it's going to be Cindy's. Let's go down here. Yeah, it's Cindy's. I am going to answer Cindy's privately, but let's move it on up to Haley's question. Guys, we are 23 minutes. I'm really going to try and keep this to an hour. Look at those hearts flying. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love that react button. So I'm going to switch it up to my Mystic Mystical Medleys deck, because this is my Goofy Harry deck, even though it's a cute deck. I like this. I like this deck. All right. Ooh, Zeph, you got a good question. Hang on there. We're going to get to you, sweetie pie. Love you, Zeph. Zeph is another one. Zeph, I wouldn't have wanted Zeph to be my sister, but I would have wanted her to be the same age as me at the same time in high school, probably graduating like 76. I think graduating class of 76 would have been really fun to have me and Zeph, and we would have gotten into a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. Still can. Still got some spice in us yet. So are Harry and Meghan selling that mansion? So guys, we're talking about the Montecito mansion. That is, and for those of you that don't know, that mansion was actually built by a tech guru, one of the tech titans, and it was very highly technologically engineered. And the Russian oligarch bought it from him, and that guy had all kinds of whatnot going on. So don't forget, if you guys are donating by PayPal, put your question in all caps and tell me PayPal sent, and I will answer your question. We've got the PayPal option now. PayPal option. Denise Burns inside. Now, Denise Burnside, how are you, honey? I am literally like scrambling all day. We had a great time at the wedding last night. Everybody slept in. I think my daughter's still sleeping in. I don't even think she's come down yet. But I got up. I had a few clients this morning. Had some mopping up. So Sharina, he's got to make that decision. He's got to make the decision. Right now that we're reading right now, and right now he's in conflict. So he's busy being a little bit of a bobbing and weaving. He's doing a whole bunch of stuff. He's got a whole bunch of stuff going on. So, all right. Yeah. Sorry, Sharina. All right, so Harry and Meghan. Let's see. Are they selling the house? Four of Swords. Oh, guys, I don't think they can sell the house right now. They certainly want to. They think, and this is a foolish endeavor for a lot of people, that their home is their primary investment. That's... I know a lot of people it is, for Greg and I it is, but it's really something that should not be your primary investment. You should have other investments going on in your world. Thank you, Sharina. I am so grateful for you. I'm so glad you're part of our community. You're one of us. You're a little bit young, but you're one of us. I don't think that it's a pocket listing, Texas Kit Kat. This is why. I think this Four of Swords, it may have been off market listing for a while. They may have been pitching it to people, but now I think that that's out. I think it's too well known of a property for it to be pitched to people without everybody finding out. So is that what happened? Did people in the community find out? Yeah. People in the community found out, and there are people that are keen on it, but there are people that are saying, when we dig a little deeper, maybe we don't want to get involved. I don't think it is the reverse Midas touch of Harry and Meghan, and I don't think it has anything to do with that Russian oligarch, but I do think it has to do with updating the tech that's in the property. There's something about, I can't remember what it was, and I'm not going to look it up. But there is something about the way that the house is positioned and something about the tech in the walls that they're going to have to update. And that's going to be incredibly expensive. and necessary. It's almost requisite that they're going to have to redo some of this tech in the walls. So let me jump in the walls. If you remember, Megan was doing an interview when they first bought the house, and Harry bumbled into the room and said, "Oh, I'm fixing all of the pipes. I'm fixing all of the pipes." And I don't know what that means, but that means that probably there was old plumbing in there. If there's old plumbing, that means that nothing else has really been updated. And typically, when these high rollers in California buy a property, they go in and they renovate the whole thing. Everyone's talked about the kitchen. The kitchen looks very dated. It looks like a 90s kitchen. Agree. I totally agree. It looks like that Tuscan trend that went on. And I'm not, saying anything, because my kitchen is still like a 1985 kitchen. So we're just making do with what we've got. But I think that people are looking at that property going, the location is okay. House looks really good, but oh man, it needs a lot of work. I think they potentially are asking too much money. They're asking too much money. There is, and they're not, the real estate agent is not pitching it this way. But I think Meghan and Harry are like, well, now there's more value because royalty lived here. Royalty lives here. Don't you know she's a duchess? She is a Duchess of Muchess. Duchess of Muchess. I'm doing that now. Duchess of Muchess. Drop it in the chat. Hashtag Duchess of Muchess. I'm claiming that. I'm claiming that phrase. That is mine. Scamabelle and Annabelle created it. Duchess of Muchess. So drop it in the comments. So yeah, I think and this is a condition with Meghan Markle. She really does think that her entry into anything, we saw it with Clever Blends, we saw it with One Off. She really thinks that if she just goes in there and touches something, the value of that product is going to increase, and thereby she has some invested value in that company or that product or whatever. So I think the house will. Now, if it was Clint Eastwood's, yeah, exactly, Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood. So are we going to see this property? Are we going to see this property on like Zillow? Is it going to show up? 8 of Cups. No, what they're doing is they're looking for a buyer. They've got a real estate agent who, and that's why this information is leaking out. They've got a real estate agent that is, oh, Todd, thank you for the jewels. Thank you. Or the floating heart. You sent me a floating heart. Thank you so much. Thank you. YouTube, just a word. I need to see those gifts that are sent a little bit better. I don't know how we can make that more visible, but YouTube, put that in your suggestion box. So I do think I got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got a brand new key. I do think that this real estate agent is going around. He's pitching it. He's saying, hey, why don't you get in here? You can get in this property. It's going to be great. It's going to be gorgeous. There's so much potential. And it was lived in by royalty. You can poop on a royal throne. One of those 16 bathrooms. And I just don't think that they're getting any buyers for it. The number is too high. It's not priced to sell. Excuse me. And we've got some shocking moments that are going to be coming. The Tower, Page of Swords, the Magician, 10 of Cups. I think they are going to flip this house. And trying to figure out, hope the Tower is bad in this situation. When the tower's upright, it's things that are affecting us. When it's upside down, for me, it's things that we do to ourselves. We shoot ourselves in the foot. That tower, they're going to cut their losses, and then they need to settle up some things, and they're going to be able to do that through the sale of the house. We all know that they're in debt, or we're all that's okay, Zeph. We knew what you meant. They're going to be able to take care of some of those debts, some of those things, and everybody winds up happy in the end. Is this the beginning of them splitting? Knight of Cups. No, we're going to see them move on to another family home, but it's going to hands up. Type of 1 in the chat if you remember the show 8 is Enough. Type of 1 in the chat if you remember the show 8 is Enough. That is what they're going to move into. It is going to be more of a family home like that. Now, that doesn't, even though that show was supposed to be in Sacramento, it does not feel like it's in California. It feels like it's here, and I think it's going to be New York. I think she's going to leave and possibly plunk herself down New York, Connecticut, something like that. It feels like they want to get out of California. And why not? Because they have burned a lot of bridges. They have burned a lot of bridges. Hollywood does not want to hang out with them. What is this thing about moving to the East Coast that they're doing? What is this thing about moving to the East Coast that I'm getting? They need protection. They need to feel protected. And there's just so many things going on in California that they need to be protected. And this is like Megan's real sacrifice, guys, right? Like, this is her sacrifice because she's going to give all for her kids, for her children, because she's a mom. She's a mom, you know. And what she's going to do is she's going to sacrifice her life and her homeland in California. And she's going to go and like brave the snow and ice for her children because she's a mom. Hey, Penny D. Thanks, Mustard. Thank you for laughing at that because I was working really hard on my chops there. But this is going to be our place to like start all over. We're going to start all over. And like, we have a calling there. What is she called to? The Chariot. We're moving on. We're moving on from the anxiety and from the pressure. And what we're going to do is we're going to be smarter, and we are going to not use good judgment. This feels more positioned. And I hate to say it, guys, it's more politically positioned. I think if Harry wants to be entrepreneur, savior of the world, he's going to try and do it from a smaller place. Now, you know, big, robust properties are not cheap here in the East as well. Tri-state area, hey, we're just as expensive as California, but it's not quite, you know, there's more mid-range houses that they can get into. Penny, I have survived the vid. So Angus had like a weird post-COVID headache though. So yeah, very strange. Texas Kit Kat, I'll answer that. I'm your Huckleberry on that question. Hang on. Stick around. I'll answer it. Stick around. Charles Johnson. Pressure. So I do think that they're going to try and do something that's a bit more political. I feel like Megan is putting on, if Hollywood fails, which kind of has, if California has kind of chewed her up and spat her out, I think she's going to try and go back to being like really empathetic Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh, like I'm just gonna really try and go back to that and kind of be she couldn't get elected as dog catcher. I don't think she's gonna go for an elected office. I think that she's going to go back into like supporting her husband because he's her husband. He's her husband. Her husband. So I think she is definitely going to try taking that second string to Harry. I think she's hearing some of the information and she's listening and she's getting the idea, but I don't think she's going to follow the directive very much. So we got that going. We got that going. So, all right. So, are they selling the mansion? Yes. Looks like they're going to untangle that knot. I think they're going to buy another more like center hall colonial kind of feel of a house. It's not going to be white and it doesn't look exactly like the Eight is Enough house, but it feels more like that. I wouldn't be surprised if like she was like, we'll just move to Greenwich, Connecticut because it's cheaper. It's not. Greenwich, Connecticut is not cheaper than California. It's not. So, but she's getting part of the assignment. She's getting part of the assignment. I think she is going to try and take a back seat to Harry. Let him go through first. Let him shake hands first, all of that stuff. So thank you, Haley, my friend, for your generous donation. I really appreciate it. Indeed, lovely royal wedding today. Let's pull a few cards on that. Let's just see how these Peter Phillips and his lovely bride, what can they look forward to in the next year or so? Two of Swords, Four of Pentacles. They are going to divert from royal family duty, I think. I know the Princess Royal has given that her children free reign to decide whether they want to be royals or whether they want to be regular people. I do think that these two are going to go about their business apart from the royal family. I don't think we're going to see them plugged back in. That being said, the reason why I tagged this question or tagged this comment is because I have a lot to say about the dress. I thought the dress was pretty. Zephyr wasn't. Zephyr wasn't wild about it, but she's already been married. White dress, long veil. Nobody's criticizing her. Full disclosure, I got married in white the first time. Wasn't deserving. I had plenty of action before that. When Greg and I got married, because it was his first wedding, I wanted to wear at least like a wedding dress. And I did get one that was kind of low key, but I think, and I had a veil. We had a backyard wedding, so I did have a second dress. I changed it into like a party dress after. But I dislike that Peter Phillips' wife is not being criticized for wearing something that is out of protocol. And I know, oh wait, me or that's definitely Zeph. Zephyr is like Beth from Yellowstone. But I think there's a little bit of hypocrisy here because they did criticize Meghan Markle so much for the lily white dress and the long veil. Her veil was ridiculous. I mean, come on. But a little bit of hypocrisy. So how is Meghan Markle swallowing the lack of criticism of the newly minted Mrs. Peter Phillips and her similar dress? Oh, Meghan Markle is mad. She doesn't understand why they can't see it that way. And she's going to throw some hands on the internet. So stay tuned for that. Put a pin in that. Watch this space. We are going to see some criticism coming from the Sussex sewer. They're going to be saying some things. Oh, like the royal family can wear whatever they want, but Meghan Markle can't because she's a woman of color. No, she can't wear it because she was formerly married. It was too lily white. It was too first time bride, blushing, innocent, virginal white. And this gal wore the same thing. Is it fair? It's not fair. I don't know. I wore a wedding dress and a long veil. Not gonna be too judgy, but there it is. That's all I have to say about that. But it was a lovely royal wedding. I am going to watch some of it later. Zeph, my good friend Zeph, otherwise known as the real world Beth. Husband with a capital H, her husband. It was a nice dress, but you know, I think it was too traditional. But Zeph, are you going to make it to the rodeo? You're going to go to the Reno rodeo this year. Raised on the rodeo. You're going to make it to the rodeo. Emperor, yes, you're in charge of it, though. So just like we were talking about Emmanuel, like you can't blame, if there's anything that derails this, you can't go, oh, it was the universe that did it to me. You've got to make it happen. What's going to make that happen? Sometimes you got to walk away from things. Sometimes you got to do that. And you do need a partner in crime. It doesn't have to be somebody who's right up front in the driver's seat with you, but you got to take a partner in crime. I'll go. Tell me when it is. Let me know. I'll fly out. I'll see if I can get one of those cheap flights and fly out. Go to the rodeo with you. I don't have a hat, though. I don't have cowboy boots and a hat. My daughter does, but I don't have cowboy boots and a hat. When I brought my daughter to the farm the other day and she wore her cowboy boots, I was like, oh, look at you. Little cutie. Super cute. So, you know, don't make a big fuss over the plans right now. But if you can get a partner in crime, if you can get your sister to go, or you can get one of your family members to go. Don't worry about your big boy that you're leaving home. Don't worry about him. He's going to be fine. But just right there. So yeah. Okay, Penny Jonas, that's fair enough. That's fair enough that Meghan was going to become a royal and Peter and Harriet weren't. That's fair enough. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. So Zev, yes, but you got to be in charge of this trip. You got to make it happen. Zev's got another question up on the table. Let's pull that out. And I actually talked about this the other day. I talked about it the other day when you had to leave. So let's see. Wildfire. High or low? Let's see what we got. Oh, you didn't think I was going to flip that right over. I am doing the reveal like a dealer in Reno. Hierophant. That is the poor management that we saw out of California. Hierophant in reverse is the leadership that's there. This is the poor management that's going on. So, are they not cutting down or removing the felled trees, the tree fall that's in there? Are they not prepared with the agua fria that needs to get dumped on the fires? Let's see. Is it the tree management? The management is necessary. And Page of Cups, they only have an itty bitty bit of water. They only have an itty bit of water. Are you guys droughting out there? Like are you in drought conditions right now? I mean, I know it's winter, like we still have snow melt coming down. But I do think, yes, the forest management is not there. I think that they are kind of, let's see what happens. You know, you can't be like that with fire. Fire is scary. I am deathly afraid of fire. Fire moves weird. You know, if a tiger's coming at you, you can see it. Let me cough for a second, guys. Sorry, I did take my allergy medicine. Texas Kit Kat, go back and forth. Go back and forth. It's okay. It is okay. So, Zeph, what can you do? Oh, okay. Our water supply depends on snow melt here, and it was non-existent this year. Okay, that makes sense. What can you do? Best practices for you, Zeph. Magician, prepare at home. and do the best you can. Your preparedness is going to determine your outcome with anything else. So, my darling friend, I hope that helped. I hope that helped. Be prepared, says the magician. Gomez Adams. Gomez Adams. He's always got $1 million in cash sitting in his pocket. Pretty lady at his side, and he can sell an Eskimo ice. Ooh, there we go, B Bear. Hello, B Bear. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? So, Eli 888. All right, we're gonna answer this question. We're at 49, so I'm gonna close questions for now, guys. Questions are now closed. Questions are now closed. I will have availability today and a little bit tomorrow. There's going to be some pockets of time that are available tomorrow. I will open up. So if you do want to book a reading, there is a link pinned to the top of this chat. You can book it up with me, Buttercups. Thank you very much, Zeph. Closed questions, y'all, is right out of Zeph's mouth. I love that. Wait, Eli, previous question? The one you had before that? I missed it. But I am going to do the will they divorce. So drop that question again. Put it all in caps. Eli. All right. So will Harry and Meghan ever divorce? We're talking about the energy right here. We just talked about it with my Sharina. So what we've got is how they are feeling in this moment. So is Harry intending to ever divorce this lovely bride? Those of you that are coming in, smash the like. I am closing questions for now. But smash that like anyway. Appreciate it. You can hit the react button. Help YouTube build me up, Buttercup. So, will they ever divorce? Today, June 6th, 2026. How's Harry feeling about ever splitting up? How is Meghan feeling about ever splitting up? Harry, justice, he wants out. Meghan, death in reverse right now. She doesn't want to let go. Please don't go. Don't go. Baby, I want you to know. So yeah, she knows that she doesn't have a lot of options. Mitigating factors. High Priestess in reverse strength. She is gonna sugarcoat this for a while, guys. There you go. Thank you, Eli. She's gonna sugarcoat this as long as she can. So we're in a love bombing phase. Honestly, we're in a love bombing phase. Harry still wants out. This is not the life he wanted. This is not the best breakfast he has ever had. He wants his money back. Mitigating factors. Hermit in reverse. He did not have all of the information that he needed about this particular bride or partner of choice. And Eight of Swords there down at the bottom. He is stuck and he's stuck. He's got to figure out how to get out of this. It is D-Day, isn't it? There you go. All right. So will they ever divorce? Harry is looking at it down the road. Meghan right now is saying, I got to stick it out with this guy. Oh my God, I'm stuck with this ginger winger. So, right? I just can't. So there we go. That's what we got. Texas Kit Kat, one of my favorites on here. Texas Kit Kat, I'm going to make you subscriber of the day. Texas Kit Kat, subscriber of the day. Wonder, since her dad is back in California, has she made any attempt to contact him? This will be once he's back to California. Has she made an attempt to contact him? Still don't know what that letter said that went to the hospital. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Has she totally closed the door on this? Oof. Yeah. Daddy. I have my own life now. Thank you very much. I don't need you very much. I don't need you. You bring nothing but drama to my life. That's like pretty much what she probably said in that letter. I'm the captain of my ship. I'm the boss now. I'm more important. Like you were important one time. You're just a big loser now. And I'm important. I'm important. I'm way more important than you. Oh, she's a horrible person. She's a horrible person, isn't she? So no, I don't think that she's attempted to contact him. I think she has severed that relationship. I think anytime he shows up, and I do think that we saw a little bit of a dial back on quite so much PR from them, Samantha and the father. And Thomas Markle Jr. has his channel. I dip in there every now and then, and Chick Magnet, I think is really funny. His character, Chick Magnet, I think it's pretty funny. But I knew a million guys like Thomas Markle Jr., a million of them. So he's a funny dude. Sometimes it's a bit much, but for the most part, he's pretty funny. So, all right, let's see. What else do we have here? B-Bear. Whoop. What will happen with the ballot count in California? Will on-site feds find corruption? It seems like Pratt and Hilton should hang in there, but weirdness is being seen. Okay. Samantha, you could drop his link if you want. Samantha Mustard. You could drop his link. People want to go subscribe to him. I'm okay with that. If you can't drop the link, don't worry about it. I know he loves you. Everybody likes seeing Samantha in the chat. Samantha rolls in and it's like, woo! Favorite auntie showed up. All right. So what's going to happen with that ballot count in California? Oh, Zeph, I'm missing some of the trolls. I'm gonna have to scroll back and see what you had to deal with. Or if it's a troll, I'm not seeing it. Maybe somebody I have blocked already. I don't know. It's troll-free zone. We're not dealing with trolls. This is a nice place. Jog on. All right. So what's going to happen with that ballot count? Let's look at... I'm looking at Pratt, Karen Bass, and the other chick. It's like talking about the three tenors on Seinfeld. So Pratt, Karen Bass, and the other one. This looks like they're going to try and give that back to Karen Bass, and they're just going to say the incumbent won. Historically, the incumbent always wins, in times of trouble. Yeah. Like, how could she not win? How could Karen Bass not win? She's like the best. She's giving teeth to, substance people on the street because they have no teeth. They can't be successful if they don't have teeth. So I do think there's some funny business going on back there. Is it going to get sorted out? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, guys, I still think Spencer Pratt is going to shake this out. I think he's going to shake it out. I think we're going to see some shady behavior, but we're not going to see the roots of that shady behavior or the cause and the root causes of it. I hate to say root causes. We're not going to suss out the activities that are going on there that aren't quite cool. And then over here, I think that gal is going to be out. The other one, I just don't think he's going to. I think she's out of there. So, will on-site feds find the corruption? Noun and verb. Noun and verb. Yep, they're going to see it, but it's going to be a big hullabaloo. There's going to be a lot of, if you're seeing that, there's going to be something different there. You have to wait. Sometimes those things filter in a different way. So I do think there's going to be some conflict. There's going to be a lot of lawsuits, guys. Mark my words. People are going to be filing lawsuits against the feds that are there. So they're going to be complaining about it. Karen Bass's campaign or whomever. Democratic National Party, whomever. So we're going to see some weird stuff going on there. Absolutely. B-Bear is a friend of mine, guys. Be nice to her. So yeah, I think there's going to be some weirdness that we see. Is Spencer Pratt gonna stick it out? Is he gonna stick it out for that? Is he gonna stick it out? Spencer Pratt's not going anywhere. He is Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not blanking leaving. I'm not blinking leaving. He's sticking it out. And he's not going to kowtow. The people love him right now. There's a lot of people that love him, but the political machinery that is in place does not love him. We all know what that's about, right? Where are my Trump voters at? Don't hold your hands up. You might get yelled at. You're not gonna get yelled at by me, but you might get yelled at by somebody. I think you should vote for who you want to. Mustard, thank you for doing the boom. So Spencer Pratt, I think he's gonna get elected. I think he's going to get elected, but not without some support from the federal government and not without some craziness in response to that. So I think we're gonna see that. All right, we've got Eli 888. Eli, I do these readings for super chats and donations. If you want to donate, it's great, but I will do this one for you. So. All right. Hoping to find all my hard work pays off this year with good salary increase. Let's see if we're going to get a bump. In pay, a bump in pay. Let's see if we're going to get that. Ooh, somebody's affecting that. Let me see who that is. Three of Cups, Four of Swords, Two of Pentacles. So I do think that the hard work that you have put in is being bestowed upon someone else. There's a little bit of favoritism going on behind the scenes. And I hate to say, there's like a boys or a girls club at your place of work, but it seems like some of that money is going in a different direction for people that necessarily didn't put in the same kind of work. Now, I just want to say this. If you are a sole proprietor, if you don't work with anybody, this may be not properly reinvesting the money that you're making. So I want you to be careful about that if you're your own boss. Over here, I think that if you work for a company, if you work for an entity, I think this is a chronic condition that is not yet going to be resolved. And the results may be that you have to take a split from that location. It looks like you're kind of bumping your head into the ceiling, and the people that are holding the purse strings are not being quite so generous with you in particular. Sorry about that. That really stinks. All right, guys. So the questions have been closed and I am going to be off. I will tell you guys this. Let me see what my availability is here. See. All right. I have available exactly to 6:15. So if any of you want to get in and book some time with me, there's the link to book a reading for the remainder of today. I do have the on-the-go text app, text or WhatsApp, or email readings. I'm going to make a couple of changes to that in a minute, but they're actually very neatly priced at $11.11. They are answered as much on the appointment as possible. So if you book, say you book a Not for $5,000 an hour. Absolutely not for $5,000 an hour. So if you book a text reading for, and they're available, they have different availability for my other readings because I just answer those when I'm on the go. If you send me a request for a reading at 9 a.m. on Monday, I will answer it right around 9 a.m. on Monday. In the app, I write, it's up to 24 hours. That's just to give myself some breathing room, but I typically get those out as quickly as possible. Love you too, Becky, you sweetie pie. Love that, Bex. The saloon will open. Penny Jonas, I have had a crazy week, so I'm about to check my emails right now. So let me check my emails. You can always WhatsApp or text message me if you want. So guys, I am going to call it a night, but I still have the pay what you can half-hour readings. I do 3 of those a week. So if you want to book one of those, take advantage. That's to make sure that you guys can get a reading at any cost. Absolutely. But I have 1-hour readings open, and I also have the, you know what I'll do? Let's do this. We're going to open the 15-minute psychic readings too. Let me open those up. Let me make sure those are on. Come on, go back to my meetings. Please. Please, please, please. Just do a couple of things here. Oop, turn that on. We're going to change the availability. I'll do the half-hour readings as well. We're going to open up our calendar, custom schedule. And date specific hours. Let's do today. And we'll do these through $6:15 today. And we will also do them for tomorrow. So if you want one tomorrow, whoop, so half-hour readings will be available for tomorrow as well. And I will do the same with my 15-minute readings. Save changes. What's the problem? There we go. So today until 6:15, and tomorrow from 1 to 5, I will be available for the half-hour readings, and we're going to do the same for the 15-minute readings. Much fun. Much fun. Custom schedule. Oh, reload page. What happened? My Calendly just hiccuped. Thank you, Zeph. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go. We're going to update the 15-minute psychic readings. Let's go into my calendar, custom schedule, and we're going to do 6 o'clock, or 6th till 6:15 tonight, because we are getting thunderstorms. I don't want to get stuck in the thunder. And we're also going to do from 11 to 5 p.m. So I'd love to see some of you on my schedule. Link for those. There's a half-hour readings. Save changes and link for my 15-minute reading. So I would love to see a few of you on my channel. Oh, cats, chicken. What about the ranch? What's going on? Tell me more about this. I don't know what's happening. Who cats? Chicken shit, right? I don't know what that's. What's it? Give me more. What do you want to know? What do you want to know about that? That sounds crazy. Who's got problems? Who's got problems? You know who's got problems? Mackenzie Sherrill. She should start dating David, the rap guy. She should start dating him. The ranch said the EPA out there. Okay, all right. Let me see what's going on. Is this the cat from like Cat the subscriber, or is this like a celebrity? It's a chicken poop show. Well, let's see what's going on. EPA's been out there. Oh. All right. Not it's our cat. Okay. Yeah, let cat know. Cat's not here. Is Cat here? I don't think Cat's here. This is a crackdown on compliance. Don't you love compliance? This is a crackdown, and I think we're going to see more of that coming up. I think we're going to see more of, like the family farmers have been attacked for so long in the United States. They really have pressed a lot of buttons with them and made it very, very difficult for families to have generational wealth. And I know like there's a whole school of thought that generational wealth is not fair. Oh, Texas Kit Kat. It's this Texas Kit Kat. Okay. Thank you. It's not okay. It's nepotism and chicken. Okay. All right. So wait. Okay. So then I'm reading you guys cracking down on them getting back to better behaviors. All right, so that's fine. I was going off in another direction about the complaints about people with generational wealth and doing that. All right, so let me. I didn't know it was you, Texas Kit Kat. All right, Heather. Unfortunately, I closed the questions, but if you would like, I do have 15-minute sessions that are open now. You can go over and get yourself one of those 15-minute readings if you want to sit with me quietly, or you can even get some text message readings. So let me backspace to that. Zeph, can you drop my link for Heather Montrose? Heather Montrose. What a lovely name. Yeah, Heather, I've got sessions available tonight and tomorrow if you want to go private. I have text message questions too, if you want to fire off a question to me. So very, very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. All right, so the situation over at the chicken ranch. Was going to be the outcome of this? Magician. So it's our county judge's family. They own thousands. Okay, it's directly adjacent. So this, very interesting, what we've got right here. Magician in the middle. All of the pieces of the puzzle are in there. When we get that magician, Kokobe Way Day, no, I can't do that right now. Hi, Elizabeth Higgins. I would ordinarily, but I closed the questions. So sorry about that. But if you want, you can hit my link and you can get a text message question answered for the remainder of the evening or book a one-on-one session with me. Oh, thank you. I look smart. I am actually smart. I am smart. Smart. But I'm trying to close it up. I don't want my lives to go really too much further than 1 hour. So Oh, why not? I'll do it. Sit tight. Kokabi Way Day. Just sit tight. I'm tired. I was at a wedding last night. So Kat, the issue, the EPA is going to see the issue. Does the judge have any sway over that? That's our real question. Yeah, the judge has a lot of sway. I think they are going to get shut down for a period of time, or a portion of the ranch is going to get shut down for a period of time. There is one pocket, and I don't know how, what is it? It's called kaleidoscope farming. Like when they have the chicken hold in the middle, and then there's like a circle around it, and there's pie slices that come out. They're gonna find out. PJJ 11111. Yes, I will take a donation. If you want to drop a donation, I will answer the call. But you're going to be the absolute positive last one. Zeph, you called it. Every time I say no more questions, people come in. So PJJ 1111111. I will take your question. You could drop a PayPal. You can drop a super sticker. If you do a PayPal, just put your question in a lot of caps. Yes, I will do that for you, because I like the eye makeup in your avatar. So I do think they're going to shut down part of it. Like I was saying, that it's not called kaleidoscope farming, but so some chicken ranches, what they do is they'll have a big like field, and they'll move the chickens to a different square or rectangle of the field. But sometimes they have these pie slices, and they let the chickens out every day. It only takes like a little bit of time. Ask your question though, PJJ, please. Ask your question. What's your question? Give me a question. I want to know what you want to know. Give me a question. So I think that they're going to shut down part of the chicken ranch, but not all of the chicken ranch. I think there's going to be one section that they're going to say there's something about there's disease in one section, and I keep getting rot. I don't know anything about chickens. Hi, Demon Dictator. I don't know anything about chickens, but there's something about the rot on the bottom of the chicken. Like some of the chickens are going to have some rot on the bottom of them, and it's the way that they've been nesting. There's something about, I don't know if it's damp or the quality of what they're using, that the chickens are having some problem with. The rot is for the well water. Okay, yeah. So I do think this is going to work. I don't think they're going to shut the whole thing down. More importantly, are there any repercussions for you and those that are blowing the whistle? The judge is going to keep tabs, or I shouldn't say the judge. The family is going to keep tabs on who they think have made these claims against them. They're going to do that. If it's disclosed, they're going to find out what is going on. They are going to ostracize and just kind of ignore the people that did that. It's kind of foolish. Does it really bother anybody? No, everybody's too busy working. They don't care if this family's going to ostracize. These people are going to ostracize them or have anything to say about them. They're just going to walk away from it. Yeah, they're just going to, they're going to snub you. Thank you very much. Your chicken ranch stinks. Do we get some relief from the smelly chicken smell? I used to have a kennel manager that said, "Oh, he smells like a wet chicken," when she would wash dogs. And I was like, what does a wet chicken smell like? She brought one of the chickens in, one of our guinea hens that was all wet, and she put it right under my face. And I was like, "Oh, that does smell like wet dog." And she goes, "No, wet dog smells like wet chicken." I was like, "Oh, okay." So, any relief from the smell? The smell's going to take a bit. It's out there. It's out there. Anything you can do about that. This is the thing. The longer production is kind of diminished for them, the better it's going to smell. So, the sun's the best disinfectant of all. It's going to purify the area. They're not going anywhere, though. So they're going to get back to business in a little bit. So, Eli, wait. Aren't I answering a question or do you still have a question? No. Okay, maybe not. So well water. EPA is really going to have something to say about the well water. They're going to take care of that. So, I hope that helped. Let me know. Texas Kit Kat, send me a text or WhatsApp or something. I think we're connected on WhatsApp. And we'll see what we can do about that. Don't forget, it's D-Day for all those brave souls that went there and fought for freedom. Thank you, Eli. Before you leave, thank you so much for your super chat. Really appreciate it. People like you that keep my channel moving. Oh. There we go. I'm going to put a heart on that. A little heart on that. Okay. What do we got? We got Coca. Is it Coca Bell? Coca Bell Way Day? All right. Stock analysis on Rhythm Capital. I can tell you what direction it's going. I am not a financial analyst. I am not a financial wizard. If I was, I would not be busking here on the internet for your super chats. Texas Kit Kat, send me a wire. Zeph can get you in touch with me if you don't have it. Send me a wire, like we're in prison. All right. Stock analysis. Is it improving or not? Right now, not necessarily improving. So what do we have coming up? Oh, it looks like a dead duck. Justice in reverse. All of this does not look good, honey. All of the efforts that they're making are counterintuitive. Does not look like that stock is going to potentially blow up and do what it needs to do. We're all in stocks because we want to see a return on that investment. So I would say keep an eye on it. It looks like it's it's going to be flopping around on the floor like a dead fish. Not necessarily dead yet. Let me call. All right. So we've got PJJ 111111. I love that. We won 1-1. Gregory. We won one.
What?
We finally won 1-1.
You won one?
Yes, we won one. No, there's PJJ 11111. It's a name I'm having fun saying. All right. PJJ, the check, I have it on delay so that I can keep up with the vertical and the horizontal. So Zeph might not have seen it right away. Sometimes they come through a little bit slower. Okay, so why is Richard randomly being a little touchy-feely? So let's look at Richard. No, that's okay. We're having fun with the ones. It's okay. It's okay. Samantha Mustard. She's the key and the wrench. See what I did?
She's an Allen key.
Huh?
She's an Allen key.
She's an Allen key. She's an Allen wrench. I don't know if that translates to Northern Ireland. I don't know if they call them Allen wrenches there. They call wrenches spanners, so I don't know what they call an Allen wrench. I got her laughing now. All right.
So what is up with Richard? Oh, Richard's a little, I would be careful. So it does look like Richard has some intentions there. Richard has some impulse control, which is complicated when we get it with the Knight of Cups, because that means that Richard is interested and happy and likes you, but Richard is having some trouble with the impulse control. Also, I think Richard has some interesting reactions to the lack of return on investment when he shows his affection to someone. So the flirty behavior should result in someone, immediately falling on their back and saying, "Take me now, sub creature." But I would just be a little bit cautious with this one. Do you like Richard? Mango Pilar, it is good to see you. This is making sense to you. Yeah. So I would just be a little bit cautious with Richard. And that would not work with Zeph. That would not. Richard would be like that guy in the cantina in Star Wars. He would have no hand. So there is a certain amount of ownership that Richard feels like he has over you. Do like him, okay? So there's a certain amount of ownership that he does feel about you. So let's see how you guys do in a relationship. And is this my last question? This is officially my last question. Do not do any super chats. But if you'd like to donate so I can go over to the dispensary tomorrow, that would be great. Oh, you work together and he's above you. All right, so let's see. What happens if you say yes to Richard? I do think that there's something about a safety net for Richard when he is flirting with you. The business of you being in employ, he can flirt and kind of covet without really acting. Those are horrible cards. I don't think that this is a good union for you. The power, the power dynamic puts you in a very complicated position. And yes, Mustard says, have a safe word. I think that this situation could burn very hot and fun for a period of time, but I think it's not a great investment of time. There is something about him. Yeah, Zeph is saying run, run, run. There's something about him that he's not a great partner. And I think he's not communicating now what he needs to communicate to you to get a clear message to you. Like, hey, I do think that you're really interesting. I do think you're really cute. I would like to hang out a little bit more. But it's complicated because we're at work, I would be extremely cautious, and I would just like sit on the other side of the desk and all of that. I would just do that. Should you get in this relationship? Should you pursue it further? No. If you were not working with him, I do think that it would be a fun few dates. Good morning, Grace. I think it would be a fun few dates, but not necessarily a forever and a non-relationship. Yeah. So I think maintain your distance. If you leave that place and, give it a year of cushion, perhaps go back to it. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it would be good. So, my friends, you guys are fantastic. I am doing well, Grace. If you go over to my community page, you will see we were out and about last night at a black tie wedding for my cousin, and had a great time at that. We didn't stay out too late. We did not stay for the after party because we old, and my kids, even though they're teenagers and they were having a great time, they are tired. They wanted to get home. So we boogied on home and had a good night's sleep. Everyone slept in big time at my house. So boys and girls, I am, despite being a little bit tired, I am going to stay up. Oh, you love my highlights. We dialed it up for the summer. Stephen went a little bit heavy. I was like, make me blonde. And he's like, baby, I can't make you blonde yet. That's going to take a long time. So I said, well, make me blonder. He said, well, we'll do some chunks. We'll get some chunks in there. So it's fun because when I part my hair differently, I get different chunks. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I did see a question about Angus's accident. Mango Pilar. Angus is doing fine. One of the things I was concerned about was him participating in his professional organization over the summer, and he has opted to not compete with them this season. That's actually a really good thing. He wants to really enjoy his summer before he goes off to university. He's going to be playing in the university band, but in their marching band, but it's not a competitive band. So it's going to be really, really fun. And he's just going to get to keep his chops up. And, you know, I have no doubt that he's going to be a leader there, and it's going to be a good anchor for him at university, something that he knows. He's not going to be really far. I actually think it's really, I'm glad that he's doing this because I did not go to Indianapolis where the season ends. And I really did want to go to Indianapolis this year, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. As far as his broken ankle, I really do want him to go to physical therapy. And he's like, I don't want to spend time in physical therapy. And I'm like, yeah, you're going to want it later when you're my age and it starts raining and you get achy. But you know what? We'll get him there eventually now that we know what's going on. But we have 2 weeks to graduation. So he's going to be a graduate in a couple of weeks. And he is seeking job opportunities. One may be with me, not as a psychic reader, but as a dog trainer. So we may be putting him to work where he needs to. He's young. He'll heal. I know, Zeph. I know he's a baby. He's a baby. He did tell me, and I told him, don't manifest that. Because he's going to be in ski country. He goes, I'm definitely going to break something snowboarding this year. I'm like, please don't. Yeah, I really don't want you to do that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But listen, guys, we are going to we're back to membership lives next week. So if you're a member, I am going to have a membership live planned. I will do several giveaways. So there'll be some giveaways there. But for now, if you want to book with me, go book with me. The link is pinned above. We dropped it a bunch of time. I have opened up the half-hour readings. I have also opened up the 15-minute readings for today and tomorrow. So you can get a nice, meaty session in with me. I talk real fast. I read real fast in those sessions so we get as much value for your dollar. I do appreciate what you guys give to me as super chats and as private reading money, and you are paying my electric bill, you are paying my water bill, you are paying my cell phone bill, my cable bill, all of that stuff. So, or internet bill, I shouldn't say cable bill. But thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Look forward to more lives next week. Look forward to getting back to those membership lives. I've been neglecting my members. Oh, while I'm at it, let's give away some memberships. Let's give away some memberships. Let's do it. Memberships. Let's go. Send 5 now. And we're going to send the other 5 on the vertical chat. Sending them now. So we've got Marie, Kristen Herman, Margaret Iovecchio, Vanessa C.A., Carol Smith. And on the other side, we've got Elizabeth Higgins. You got a free membership. We'll see you in the membership live. Anyone, anywhere. This Country Girl's Life. Oh, I haven't seen her in a while. Alicia and Jackie all got memberships. So hopefully I will see some of you guys over there in the live. It is good to see you. Congratulations, Elizabeth Higgins. I am so glad you were here for that. That is fantastic. Glad to have you on board. Now I got to make sure that it is appropriate live for your time zone. Jazzy Bella, it's good to see you. We're wrapping it up, though. So, guys, I will see you very soon in the future. I hope you are enjoying the rest of your weekends. Do завтра. I will see you later on. Do завтра means till tomorrow, but we'll see you later on. All right. Thanks so much, guys. See you.